Huh. Oh, wow. That's not bad. Hey, bro, what's going on, Joel? How you doing? By the way, I saw your video on how you customized your G100 Pro, and that thing looks nice. I like that black and yellow. That the lighting on it is really, really cool. It's really dope. The battery situation, yeah, no, battery situation's running good. Honestly, I went out for a POV ride yesterday. That's not the POV that I uploaded yesterday. I'm gonna be uploading yesterday's POV today. That might be kind of the route that I go into. But anyway, I rode around with all 4 batteries hooked up, and I mean, dude, I went like 30 something miles, and I wasn't even like denting these batteries. It felt like I have zero range anxiety at the moment. Like it's gotten to a point where, so number one, absolutely no reason to put any more batteries on this bike. Number two, like it's at the point where I'm having a hard time riding long enough to actually drain the batteries all the way. You know what I mean? Hey, what's going on, Tropical Garden? Or I'm sorry, Tornado Garden. Sorry, I misread that. What's going on, Tornado Garden? Yeah, the blender is a huge step. Let's see, what's your gross weight with all of them installed? I think that the gross weight of the bike, so I think the bike without the batteries is like 93 pounds or so. And then with all the batteries on there, I think it's like 150, 160 or something around there. It's like 160, give or take 10 pounds. So it's not as heavy as a, yeah, it's not as heavy as a motorcycle, but it's definitely lighter than one, or like lighter than a traditional dirt bike or something, I feel. It's basically light enough to where I can take off all the batteries, carry it upstairs, and then just bear hug the bike and bring it up. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, because, I mean, I think, Joel, I think even, I think you just have the 2 stock batteries on there right now, but you have them blended. And even just blending them, like, I'm curious, I want to see what it looks like. I just want to see physically what blender they used, because they probably are using their own little, maybe proprietary piece of tech. But, like, I just think it would be funny if they are using the exact dual battery discharger module that I was showing. Regardless, it works the same. Whatever they're doing, it works the same, and that's the whole point of just blending the batteries together. But yeah, dude, even on 2 batteries, like blended like that, you're still gonna ride for 4 something hours. Like if you really want to, like it's even the 2 batteries is good. Yeah, man. If you make a video like that, that'd be pretty cool. I'm just interested to see exactly what it looks like when you take the seat off. Yeah, I still really like having the battery switch, and I mean the only difference that there really is between having a switch and not having a switch is, like, Joel, for example, you can still put 4 batteries on your bike just like I did, It's just that all 4 of your batteries are going to be one big battery instead of me where I have all 4 of my batteries split down the middle basically. I could combine all 4 of my batteries into one thing if I really wanted to, right? And just have like one big like 70, 80 amp hour battery that runs on that. I could do that. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like at that, like I might as well use the Switch because I have it, you know. And I don't know. There's something about switching between a full battery and an empty battery that's kind of nice. I don't know. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you had the 2 original G100 and the blender seems so much more efficient. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That blender actually made an improvement. The discharge rate, the efficiency, the longevity, like all of it improved with the battery blender. Oh, nice, Tornado Garden. Yeah, I've seen that dude. We might be speaking of different people, but I have seen someone make an infinite. They made a very lightweight electric bike that has a solar panel trailer, and it was like just light enough to where the energy it gets from the solar panels can charge the motor and it can keep a steady pace. And so technically somebody did build a vehicle that uses like no traditional fuel and like can go for, well, not forever, but you know, until the parts give out. I think it's pretty funny, you know, it's pretty cool. Although I met this one dude. Yeah, Eric Tennant, that sounds familiar. I met this one guy in the neighborhood behind me who has an electric scooter, and apparently like it's just so it uses like two 2500 watt motors that peak at 5,000 watts each or something like that. And this isn't a scooter, an electric scooter. It's got front and rear dual suspension, and it has regenerative braking or whatever. And the guy showed me how he went like 50 or 60 miles and his battery was still at like 98 or 99% because like he uses his battery up. Like he said that like number one, he's so light and the scooter is so light that the massive power of those motors in the scooter allows him to just kind of get places quickly. But then the regenerative braking is like so efficient that it basically replenishes what he uses, and it's just nuts. Original G100 seems longer. I don't know. Let's see. I think this frame is a bit smaller, but it's got the same bottom battery cutouts with no little handle behind the seat. Huh, I didn't realize that there might have been a little handle behind the seat. I didn't know that. Yeah, I imagine that they're using the same frame, but maybe it's tweaked just a little bit. I didn't know that the G100 has a handle on the back. Just a bit, but basically the same. You just ordered the Iahora, what is it, the FT01 Max. I've seen the Iahoras and they look pretty cool. The Iahora was one of the bikes I was thinking about getting. Yeah, I was thinking about getting the Iahora for a little bit, and then I think I ended up going with the Happy Run. But yeah, they look like really cool bikes. And I recall them having like a traditional style seat, so you can like swap them out. What's going on, self 80? How you doing? Says you're a happy run guy. So I'll ask. So let's say I want to switch from spoke wheels to alloy on Happy Run website. Does the G50 wheels fit the G52? Yeah, the G50 wheels should fit the G52. But just make sure you're not going. I mean, obviously you're not replacing the motor because they don't share the same motor at all. The G52 uses a weaker motor than the G50, but they do use the same wheels and the wheel size and tread and everything like that. Yeah, the Iahora is motorcycle looking type. It looks really interesting. That's what I'll say. The Iahora. It was the Iahora Romeo 2. That's what I was looking at. The Iahora Romeo 2. That's the one that I'm thinking of in my head that just looks really, really unique. Yeah, the Iahora Romeo 2 is it's a bike that I wouldn't mind testing out. Like, I genuinely am curious about it. Like, I don't even know if I would keep it, sell it. I don't know if I would enjoy it or whatever, but like the Iahora Romeo 2 is one of the ones that I'm curious about. See, I've had mags and spokes. I'd rather have mags much longer. I don't think that I know what you're talking about. When you're talking about spokes, I know that you're talking about the metal wires, but when you're talking about mags, in my head, I'm just thinking about the big, thick, like metal or plastic, like basically the 5-spoke style. Yeah, are mag wheels just the ones that like look really, really thick in the middle, and they don't use the traditional little metal thin spokes? Okay. The basically like the bike tires that almost look like vehicle rim style tires. I don't really know how to describe it. Yeah, you call them mags. Okay, cool. Well, now I know what they're called. I didn't know what they were called. And I've seen a few of them online. In fact, I think Happy Run actually sells a mag style wheel, but I didn't really understand that. I think mag style looks really cool. Personally, I think mag style looks really cool. Spokes, if I'm gonna be honest, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but spokes to me, I'm thinking spokes wear out more over time. You have to do maintenance on them. There's maybe a higher chance of them bending and stuff like that. But with a mag, it's like all one big solid piece, it feels, right? It's just like a big solid 4 or 5 whatever spoke thing that's just real thick. It's made of like metal or plastic or whatever. I feel like it would be, yeah, easier, stronger, less maintenance. Okay. With that being said, I have no idea how to transform this from a regular wheel to a mag. By the way, I need to actually make sure that this thing is good. This bike started moaning on me really hard yesterday. Yeah, dude, that's where I'm worried. That's what I'm worried about right now. I think that I might be developing an issue with the spokes. So, like, yeah, right there. Okay, yeah, so like here, I'm gonna show you real quick exactly what I'm worried about. Do you see how these spokes are not fully in their holes? Like right here, this is kind of fully in the hole, but then like right here and over there, see how the spokes are kind of coming out? See like that all the way over there? that spoke, you can see through the hole. What's going on, Lucas Perry? How you doing? So like these 3 spokes right here, right, all down here, I feel like this needs to be tightened right here and right here. I think that I need to tighten this down to make sure that these stay in these little holes, right? Now I started hearing an actual moaning sound, and it only happened. It basically sounded like it was coming from right here. It sounded. Hold on. Yeah, the moaning on the wheel sounded like it was coming from right here, and all it sounded like was like something was slightly off, or I don't know. So what I was gonna do today was just kind of loosen these bolts and then tighten them back down. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but yeah, I don't know, man. Really? Okay, you're talking about the spokes up here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Right here, I'm just I'm gonna loosen this. Oh well, no, I don't think I can. I'm not using the right tool right now. I'm just sitting at my home. I might need to take this over to my check your motor bolts and all your bolts for the matter frequently litter. Had a motor come completely off. I've heard of other people having an issue with the squeak in that swing arm, and like I've only just recently I have only just recently even started to hear something from my swing arm. So I can't say that it's actually a giant issue. Now, one thing I've heard is that like all you need to do is just put a little bit of grease on that bolt and it solves the entire issue. The bolt right here. Yeah, but I'm like starting to, every now and then I'll slightly hear a little bit of squeak from it. It wasn't like that in the beginning, but I have heard of some people getting them like right out of the box, and yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm thinking about it, but right now I'm okay with how the shocks are. They don't feel too bad for me. I think I just need it for this. But one day I'll probably start playing around with it. Right now right now I'm really interested in my spokes and trying to see what I can do here. What's going on, Skate and Snow 420? How you doing? How you doing? Morning to you. Morning to you. Oh, one thing I do need to check is the actual bolts on the motor itself, the motor hub. Like you said, if you had a buddy or if you knew somebody where it actually came apart, that's nuts. Why has this got to be so tight? What am I wrenching on today? I am, well, so I was riding this bike yesterday, loving it. And then in the last mile or so, I started hearing a really bad moaning sound coming from this, like the back right of the wheel, or the back left of the wheel. So now I'm just kind of curious. And I'm kind of going through all these bolts, and I'm going to tighten everything down that I can. So far we're all good on the motor bolts. But the sprockets of the wheel are coming, are absolutely having some sort of, I don't know, maintenance issue. Get out the lithium grease. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I need to take this over to my storage, I will, because this is a plumber's wrench that I'm using. It's just like an all-around multi-tool style plumber's wrench. It's an old one too. Not really super good for what I'm working on right here, because I got to get this into this little tight space. Also, I hope I know exactly how to spin these, because I don't know if it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey on some of these bolts. In fact, hold on. Maybe I'll turn the bike on real quick or something, and maybe see if I can get a, spin the wheel. Let me just do this first. Hold on, let me see. I see all these comments coming through. What's going on, Toa? What's going on, Sports Bro? How's everybody going? Let's see. How's everybody going? That's not English. How's my day going? My day's going pretty good so far. I am just kind of messing around on this bike. There's just making some weird noise back here, so I'm taking a look at it. Skating Stone says, when my bike hits 28 miles an hour, it starts making a weird noise, but I can't see or find anything loose. I don't know if it's the governor kicking on or off. Yeah, dude, I'm not absolutely certain. What's going on, Sports Bros? Hello. Remember me? I'm Sir Ronster's cousin. Yes, bro, I do remember you. How you doing, man? How are you doing, my friend? Good, glad to hear it. Yeah, dude, it's only like a few different sprockets on here that's actually even doing it. You're at his house. Well, that's freaking amazing. Well, I mean, I guess tell him I said hi. What's going on, Sir Ronster? I wish you a happy, peaceful, and fulfilling life. It seems like you already got it, though. So, cheers, my friend. But, yeah, it's looking like... I don't know, dude. I hope I'm doing this correctly. I really don't want to be messing any of this up. It's okay, Toa. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sports Bros, he said hi. Thanks for the support. Absolutely. It's always good to support each other. Man, I really wish I knew exactly what was going on here and exactly what was wrong, but I just don't. I mean, I'm gonna try tightening down a little bit of these spokes, but yeah. Let's see. Hey, thank you so much for that sub, Sports Bro. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Joel says, if you're really going to do it, you need to flip it and spin the wheel and make sure it stays true, doesn't go crooked once you start. Okay. So I need to actually get it lifted up a bit. So, I mean, you're talking about taking it over to my storage unit and messing with it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to need to, I don't know. It's kind of a long process unless you're just going to tighten a couple. You may be okay. Okay. Let's see. Tornado Guard says I picked my rig partially because it has mag rims, no spokes to mess with. Yeah, I'm just now realizing that mags are probably pretty cool. Man, oh man, yeah. Anyway, let me try and get over to the other side of it and see what I can do. Wait a second. Hold on. Is that? I think I'm loosening it. Oh, no. I definitely was tightening it. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it confused me for a second. Whew. All right. I was worried I was not tightening it in the correct direction. Let me see. So if I can. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing how some of these have become loose. Oh yeah, that was like that was a very loose sprocket. Wow, yeah, and I see that, no, let's see, hey bro, I'm gonna go get some sleep. I'll get you in a couple pictures of the video. Hey dude, please man, look for your email. All right, I will. Thank you so much, Joel, and you have a wonderful night, wonderful rest, all right? Sports Bros says, we're about to ride in a monster ride, dude. That's amazing. That's awesome, man. Probably gonna be in, you gonna be in one of Saronster's videos? You just going out and chilling with him? Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see, starts to 60. Hey yo, tightening the spokes. Now you see why it costs more than $20 at a local shop. Takes some time for sure. No, 100%. Yeah, no, absolutely. I was thinking that maybe if you had some sort of automatic machine that like just like goes around, maybe it could take 10 minutes, but I'm dreaming. I am dreaming. Whatever machine you can slap up to a wheel and have all of the spokes tightened perfectly that's a $1 million machine right there, I bet. Yeah, the torque wrench speeds it up tremendously. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, right. I gotta see if it's a super off balance or something. Oh, nice sports, bro. Yeah. When I did my chopper, my little spoke wrench worked pretty well. Yeah, I'm gonna find out, man. I'm gonna find out if I'm hurting or helping my bike here in a little bit. A part of me is like, you are fucking your bike up. And the other part of me is like, well, if you kept riding your bike without doing any maintenance, you really would have fucked your bike up. What in the hell kind of wrench is that? This is a plumber's wrench. Yeah. Hold on, let me just see. So small though, it shouldn't make your wheel. Oh, okay, yeah, he said these spokes are so small that it shouldn't make too much of a difference. Yeah, hopefully not. Let's see, yeah, what kind of wheel is that? Or what kind of wrench is that? Yeah, it's a plumber's wrench. This is a, so this is actually, this is a, I don't know, I would say that this is a family heirloom at this point. I got this from my wife's grandfather who passed away. This is just one of his old tools. So this is like from the 60s or 70s or whatever. Looks like it was actually made in Taiwan. So maybe it's from the, I don't know, 80s or 90s. you got a plumber butt. Yeah, no, you can find stuff like this definitely online. I would just look up like plumber's wrench, because it has like this stuff right here for gripping pipes and stuff, and like for smaller things I can pinch up here, right? And then I have the big lug nut bolts, pliers, channel locks right there, and then just a hammer. So it's just an all-around kind of useful tool. There we go. All right, all of them are now tightened down. That's actually really good. What's going on, Michael Kaufman? How you doing, bro? How you doing, brother? And yeah, before I even take off, for sure, I'm gonna do a throttle test to make sure I didn't just like cook my wheel or something. You know what I mean? Also, cheers. I need to drink some of this coffee. I hope you're all having a wonderful morning and you have a great day ahead of you. By the way, thank you all for the likes. I see those pouring in. Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna do same sort of deal on this, right? Chug. Yeah, let me finish it off. All right, there we go. I can move on to the next energy drink. I'm just kidding. All right. We're good. We're good. I probably need to check my front wheel, though. You know, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to just go over the front wheel as well. All right. Front wheel seems pretty dang good, I'm not gonna lie. Front wheel, there's nothing loose on the front wheel. Yeah. No, we're good right there. All right. That does mean that we got to do a little safety check on the wheel. So let me go grab a battery and then we will try this. We're going to try this out, okay? Cheers, sports bros. Okay, so I mean that it doesn't seem like it's crazy bad? I mean, does it seem like it's perfectly 100% true? No, it doesn't. But I need to see if that actually affects the ride at all. So, anyway, you have a good day, sports bro. Without torquing to spec, you can expect a tiny bit of untrue. Yeah, okay. It wasn't like so crazy that the thing was just like, I don't know, but like I could tell that it was just ever so slightly, you know, just a little bit, you know. We'll see if I actually feel it on the road. I don't know. It's probably a lot more detrimental at like much higher speeds, but I hope I can still get up to 40 or 50 with that. Yeah, but I mean the torque wrench will probably be exactly what I need. All right. Anyway, ridden worse at 60s. Oh, okay, perfect. All right, that makes me feel better. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably go start uploading yesterday's POV ride. So I'm going to upload that, and I might go try and collect some more footage for today. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subs, everything. I wish you all a happy, peaceful life. Cheers.